Weren't you saying something before our stupid system decided to stop recording?
System error.
Think about American Psycho.
Oh yeah, you were talking about
I
American
feel like there was
Psycho.
something else. For those just joining us, aka everybody watching the episode right now, we just lost some audio and some funny bits. We don't know how much. So there's a lot
You're
of
just
stuff
gonna
we
have
could've-
to
you're just gonna
laugh without the
Yeah,
jokes. which is
come
tough,
on.
I know.
Let's get a laugh.
Actually, spoiler alert, we do know how much.
We know exactly how much.
All of it.
Every single
All
second.
of it is gone.
I'll give you a
Every
percentage, and it is 100.
Well, let's just start with something new about ourselves. I've started dipping my toes into the world of sounding lately.
Of what?
Sounding?
You're literally dipping your toes in.
Not just my toes.
Of sounding?
Mitosis.
Sounding is the process of inserting objects
I already don't like
into
it.
your urethra.
I didn't like the verb.
Inserting? I don't blame you. I would be scared too if I didn't know.
Okay,
If
well,
I didn't know about the joys and the,
The
wonders
joys
of
of
sounding.
sounding.
can you educate me so I know what conversations to avoid in the
Oh,
future?
he can edge all right.
Oh, I can edge.
That's not what I said.
He said, "Can you edge me?
Can you edge me all right?
Can you edge me right now?"
Josh is a true sounding savant. Savant.
I'm so glad.
Sounding 7.
I'm so glad we got this content instead of the previous content.
There's nothing wrong with what we're talking about. We're just
No,
talking about
There's nothing wrong
sounding.
with
I'm not saying there's
Doom
anything
2.
wrong, and in fact, I do. This content's just fine. It's just we went from surprise Dune.
We went
movie.
from
Knife and fork.
We went from
You know what?
Dune to Goon.
You know what I use knife and forks for?
We went from the Dune to
As
Goon
every
podcast.
species eventually evolves.
Have you ever seen that image of the horseshoe crab, where it's like has stayed like exactly the same for however many years, and it's like God's perfect creature?
Yeah, it's.
I didn't know, but I did know that they have stayed very similar, kind of like alligators. Or crocodiles.
He meant croc.
You know, alligators and crocodiles are just named perfectly.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, really? You wouldn't change a thing?
They're
Yeah,
just
tell that
names.
to Kiki and Boba.
They're just names.
It's I don't remember what it is. I wanted to correct you so bad. I mean, you might just be right. I don't
No,
know.
he's right. It is Kiki,
Kiki
and
and
Boba.
Boba.
I always remember Kiki. I always forget if it's like Boba or Booby or
Yeah.
or Bo.
I think I just wanted to be Booby.
Balba.
Boob, boob, boob,
Boob,
boob,
boobs.
boob.
Big
Guys,
boobies.
oh no,
Big
you're gonna
boobs,
make me goon.
Boobs, boobies.
My
boobing.
boat, you goon!
Boobies booping.
Now, goon!
There you go.
It was two separate things. The first one was you wrecked my fucking boat, and then it was a command. You
Yeah,
goon!
He points at them.
You goon!
And then
It's like
He's
when there's-
delegating tasks.
It's like when there's like someone like
You're good.
dying from choking, instead of saying like, you know, someone call 911, you say you call 911. So instead of saying someone goon, you say you goon.
Just so we're clear on the grammar of what just happened.
reverse engineering. Heart balloon.
What does this
Knife and
do?
fork. It's a pretty balloon. Use it. It's a secret upgrade.
I was hoping you had a real answer.
It's just a balloon. Oh no, my.
What's
balloon.
wrong with the balloon? Thank you.
Oh
Nothing.
no,
It's
my
in the thumbnail of the
balloon.
game, so pretty much you need it. Oh, I'm in the catacombs.
Have you guys heard of Southland Tales?
I'm sorry?
Southland Tales.
No.
Okay, basically the guy who did Donnie Darko was given infinite money by this studio because of how good Donnie Darko was. And then he made Southland Tales, which is a comedy, and is very bad.
Really?
Like, Freddy Got Fingered. And it stars The Rock. But it's bad in like a funny way, but not in like a way that most audiences would appreciate.
Are you going to
I'm
let me get away with
sorry.
that Freddy Got Fingered slander?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I actually got the name of that game correct. VVV.
You said V the correct number
I
of
said
times?
V 6 times, not knowing how many fucking V's are in that stupid game's
And
name.
is that true, by the way? Is this shopkeeper supposed to be that guy?
No, I just
Oh.
said it looks exactly like him. And Elijah will put up a picture.
I will. Right now.
It's Mickey Mouse.
The shopkeeper kind of looks
I
like
have-
Stay Puffed in the
I have
VVVV
VVV to
V guy.
accredit
Had
my...
sex. They had hot, naked sex.
That's a good thing they were naked.
I credit that game
Sockless.
VVVVVV to my friendship with all of you, and also my very very semi.
He's got a semi.
Where is this going?
He's got a raging
In
semi.
high school, because
You're popular what?
my very, very, very semi popularity in high school, because back when Game Grumps added Ross and Danny, they did a playthrough of that game on Steam Train.
Oh yeah.
It was Aaron and Ross, and they had this bit called Dinkles, and I could do the voice perfectly, and it was really funny. And like nobody knew what it was about. I was just saying like that line, and people just thought it was hilarious, like way more than I did. And people just started asking me to do the voice, and
He made more and
They
more
said,
friends.
"Hey, is that
more
John?
Friends.
Is that John do the Dinkles voice?
yeah, they said do the, and I would start getting invited to Xbox parties, and like people started talking to me, and I think it has to do with my.
He was
friendship.
valedictorian because of that.
Yeah, I was valedictorian. This is entirely true, by the way. I'm not exaggerating.
Anytime I see screenshots or gameplay of that game with the number of V's that I forget, I also think of what you just described.
Yeah. Very strange phenomenon.
So yeah, that game will make you popular.
Yeah,
Buy on Steam.
buy it now.
It could be free. I don't know. Never played it.
It's like $5.
I have played Mr. Platformer by the same guy. That is free. It was made in Microsoft Paint.
Is it good?
Microsoft Paint is the engine, by the way, not the art style.
What?
I don't know if you would call it a horror movie, but Mulholland Drive I kind of didn't care for either, except for the beginning scene.
Mulholland Drive is something. David Lynch is something. I wouldn't say Mulholland Drive is a horror movie, though. Eraserhead is maybe a Lynch horror movie. But even that is kind of like horror adjacent.
I fell asleep during Eraserhead. I gotta give it another chance.
Anthony, I feel like people are gonna kill you,
Why?
like in real life.
Oh, okay. That is like a fear of mine in general.
Getting killed in real life.
Well, no, by like...
No,
like
in-game.
Getting murdered. That's like... I mean, it's not like I live every day in fear of being murdered. I just like... If I got shot and killed, I'd be like, I knew it.
I feel like it's a pretty reasonable fear, though. Like getting murdered is kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, it is, isn't it?
No, I've got
No,
murdered
you're
like
alone.
8 times. I
You're
got
alone.
murdered like 8 times yesterday. It was
Yeah.
fine.
You're alone in that.
The like being scared of getting murdered reminds me of
When I was like a little baby shitting in my diaper.
this British lady rode the
This British lady named J.K. Rowling.
she rode the train in New York. The doesn't it have a T, the MBTA? No, that's Boston's.
Think of the restaurant. Think of the fast food restaurant for sandwiches.
Jimmy
Subway.
John's. No, not Subway. It has like a term
Mind the Gap
specifically
place?
for the New York version.
I think it's just like the. It's like
The T? They
MTA or
just call it the
something.
T?
That's
that's
what they
also
call it in
Boston.
Boston. I think it's something very similar to the MBTA. I think it's like
Gotcha.
the MTA or something like that.
Anyways, they were saying that like she rode it for 24 hours straight. She's saying that like
How many guys pooping did she see?
Every button is shoot.
she didn't mention any guys pooping.
She saw every butt in the city.
But she said that the amount of like scared grown men were like staggering.
Scared or scary?
Scared, like she was interviewing people, and like there were like Catholic schoolgirls that were like, yeah, we do this every day, and there were grown men that were like, you don't understand, like we could die at any given moment.
What were they scared of?
Just like it's a common thing with tourists as well, where tourists are very scared of riding on the train, but like people who live there are like, yeah, it's
So
whatever.
the tourists were saying you don't understand in a place they've never been.
She was saying in a separate conversation how tourists are also very scared of riding the train.
Are tourists.
Are tourists, yeah. And then she like interviewed a retired cop. And he's like, yeah, they don't fucking know what they're doing. They're just pumping police down here.
No, like if we were ever in the city and like some maniac with a knife came up on us, I would be like, I would act confident.
You think Elijah would use his gun for you? No way, bro.
You start picking
No
fights.
way, bro.
I didn't say for me, but I would strategically dance around Elijah.
No.
out of the way of the bullets.
Think
I would
Elijah
dodge
carries
the
ammo?
bullets.
Remember when I was the only one who didn't walk away from Anthony when that crazy homeless person approached all of us and
I know.
he started talking
Elijah.
to Anthony and
Elijah.
everyone else just walked away?
Did I do that? Where was this?
It was in Boston. We were like
I'll never forget that.
on the platform waiting for the train.
Everyone but Elijah left me in the fucking dust.
Anthony, did I abandon you? Was I there?
Yes.
What?
I don't remember who
think you
else
guys
was
just had a
there
dream about this.
specifically.
Yeah, no, you could not have been there, Josh. But I remember everyone who was there left me in the fucking dust to get encroached upon by the homeless man,
I would never do that.
speaking
I
to
wasn't-
himself.
I think you guys just had a post-sex dream together. That didn't happen. Or was it a nightmare?
More like a nightmare.
The worst thing R. Kelly has ever done was not finish Travis in the Closet.
He said he recorded like 50 more parts. He just wanted.
Bullshit.
That's what he said. He
yeah,
said
but
that
I don't
years
believe
ago.
him.
I believe
If
him.
that's
I believe him.
true, if it follows the same quality as Trapped in the Closet Part 2, honestly, I could deal without it.
I agree.
Trapped in the Closet Part 2 is nowhere near as good as Trapped in the Closet Part 1.
It's still entertaining.
It's still entertaining, and I would watch it, don't get me wrong.
So don't say you could go without it.
I could go without it.
No.
In fact, he is right now.
In fact, I am. And
You would rather
you'd rather
no new content than some new content that you still enjoy.
I rather no content if the content is almost guaranteed to be lesser. Yes.
But you still enjoy it.
I wouldn't as much.
It would be a watch once kind of thing, probably.
Which is fine.
Just
Exactly
like
what-
Trapped in the Closet Part 2 is.
Exactly
It's
right.
a watch once.
I've watched Trapped in the Closet Part 1 once.
The Onceler.
Part 1 multiple times.
Yeah.
But Part 2?
Do they reveal in Part 2 what the package is?
It's AIDS.
I know it's theorized to be AIDS, but I don't think they reveal that it is definitely
in
AIDS.
You just want things to be more concise. You don't want to leave anything up to the imagination.
In Trapped in the Closet, I forget if it's Part 2. I think it has to be Part 2. Pimp Lucius hangs up the phone or something, or like intends to hang up the phone, but he doesn't fully hang up. And someone's talking to him on the other line, and they're like, Pimp Lucius is like, is the package AIDS? Like he says it in the
I remember that.
they say it in the show.
But it's never officially
Hip-hop rap.
confirmed that that's what it is.
No, it is not.
That was crazy! What does the pretty balloon do? I gotta keep picking it.
Oh no, my balloon. I had to notarize a paper. Well, I didn't have to. I did willingly. I notarized the paper for these guys who sold a gun to each other. There's like official like
Yeah,
documents.
the F810.
There was no place on the paper they gave me though that had like a spot for me to notarize.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just like a piece of paper like saying like, I mean, it was an official, state document that said like, yep, he bought this gun from this gentleman, and I just witnessed them sign it, and then I said okay, and then I signed it and stamped it with my notary stamp. I said, good luck, gentlemen. Don't shoot each other.
You should give me one of those stamps.
A notary stamp?
Yeah.
What do you want notarized?
I don't know. I just want to do things.
Okay. I can notarize something for you. You just have to give me something.
Yeah, but I want to
notarize.
illegally notarize something.
Illegally?
Yeah.
They do that in Full Circle. What's that movie? You know the one?
The accountant.
Nope. Both wrong.
Wait,
Elijah
hold on. I know. I
Elijah
just
knows.
watched it the
Moneyball.
other day. What was it?
What was it?
Moneyball.
What was
It
it?
was
I can't remember. It was so
Pain
bad.
and Gain.
Pain and gain.
That
That's
was
right,
it.
baby.
Yeah, I just want to have a notary thing so I can illegally do things that are mundane. Like when I throw rocks at cars.
It was notarized. I could do it.
Yeah.
I
They
have-
frown on that behavior.
I have this notarized document saying I could throw rocks at your cars.
Can you do that for me?
No. I can't.
So sad we can't hear the gun boots.
Why are they cool?
I just like all the sound in this game.
This guy's a, what do you call it? A character in this fighting game on Steam. Downwell?
Download.
Down,
Download the
upload,
gun.
Upwell.
Upwell?
Get a ghost
Oh,
gun.
Big Weld from
Robots.
It's Bejeweled.
Robots.
Bejeweled from rabbits.
Did somebody think it
Bejeweled.
was actually Bejeweled? Was it you?
Me, yeah. I still to the point.
I still
where,
stand by
I still
it.
do.
No, I still when I hear Bejeweled, it's like error messages go off in my brain, like I'm saying
You're
it
like,
wrong.
I need to correct this person.
Because I know that there's a pronunciation that I use that's wrong, but my brain hasn't flipped over that it's Bejeweled is the wrong thing. So I say Bejeweled. My brain's like, that's not what you're supposed to
I feel like you
say.
had another one. It wasn't a game though.
Epitome,
Epitome.
epitome.
Oh, you thought?
I don't not
said that?
anymore, but I used to say epitome,
Oh no, it was.
or I
Like
used to say epitome.
I remember what it was. It was like a deck of cards. You would call suits sweets
Oh yeah.
because you only ever like saw it written. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
There's I started saying it wrong as a joke, and then it just became the way I actually say it now, and it kind of upsets me in a way.
What's that?
Parmesan cheese. I say Parmesan. Which is not even really close to what it is. There's no I in Parmesan
It's not even the only thing you say
or
wrong.
in team.
You
Parmesan.
also say
That's-
spider.
Oh, I also say Spider too,
Yeah, but that's for a very good reason.
but that's because of Megamind.
Shane calls skeletons skellingtons.
Does he?
Yeah, because of Night Before Christmas.
Oh,
That's funny.
That just makes me think of like playing Minecraft with them like 40 years ago when you were kids. Guess how old I am.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, Mac Miller. I only say Mac Millar now because there was like a YouTube comment that's like, oh, who's better than this? Like talking about a completely unrelated like rapper. It's like who even reaches like the top 10 rappers? And someone replied, Mac Millar, Millar instead of Mac Miller.
I refer to Mac Miller as Macklemore.
Macklemore.
Yeah.
They're the same person.
That's
my
like
brain.
Imagine Dragons are all different versions of Mac Miller. Or no, Macklemore.
What?
They all look like alternate universe versions of Macklemore. Imagine Dragons does.
Well, I just have to put an image of them up because I can't picture any of them right now.
Hold on, I'll show you.
He's the one that wants to go thrift shopping.
They're all radioactive.
The only one I can think of that I had was thinking that Linux was pronounced Linux.
Oh,
Until like I took like a Linux class and I was telling, I think it was you, John, about it, like Buffalo Wild Wings or something. I was like, yeah, I got Linux, and you're like, oh, Josh,
Josh, I have to tell you something.
can I put you outside?
I hate being the guy who has to tell somebody.
yeah. But
I mean, I was your guy for sweets and suits. So
what's worse about it is like people that reinforce that bad feeling when they like give you a hard time for correcting them because you're like, cause I don't know. For me, I have to give the preamble where it's like, okay, I don't want to be an asshole, but I don't want someone who's meaner than me to correct you further down the line. So you're saying it wrong, or you're misinformed about this, and I'll say that to people, and typically they're like whatever, but then like every once in a while, they're like, okay, whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, I'm doing you a favor.
thanks for being a
Don't
jerk.
you see what I'm sacrificing now? I'm feeling bad by helping you. Yeah.
Larry David moment.
Yes.
Yes.
I was trying to be affable.
Some people call me the Jewish Larry David.
You've seen?
Macklemore isn't a woman.
That's why it's alternate universe.
I'm sorry, I just don't agree. I don't see it.
Is there a woman in Imagine Dragons?
I think that's that fat unfunny woman.
Oh, Amy Schumer.
No, the other one.
Oh, Tina Fey.
She's not fat. Rebel Wilson?
No, what the hell's her stupid name?
Melissa
I know.
McCarthy?
It is Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
I knew the entire time. I just didn't want to.
Oh,
Hey, stop playing this game and look at this stupid image.
there they are.
Melissa McCarthy's
Imagine
funny.
Dragons.
She is.
I think of the people that I named, the only person I would consider unfunny is Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer is not funny.
Are you guys serious? She's so funny.
Also, Rebel Wilson's thin now.
Yeah, she is.
It's Reba.
Reba.
Rebel spells Reba.
What?
What?
Ain't no way he said that.
Melissa McCarthy's her name?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's funny.
Being unfunny is her game.
She's funny.
She's funny. Like, Bridesmaids is really funny. The Heat is really funny.
Identity theft.
Is
No,
Identity,
Identity Thief is not funny.
is Identity Thief the one with Jason Statham?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it's Jason Bateman.
Oh yeah. I think you meant Jason.
No,
Bateman.
Jason Statham is in Spy with her.
Spy,
you're
that's what
thinking
it
of
is. No, I'm thinking of Spy.
I just watched Spy the other day. Spy is okay.
I
It's
remember.
like random. It's like weirdly like gory for some reason.
I remember
There's like a lot of blood and violence in that movie.
from that movie. Jason Statham like gets like she's like, no, I'm a man. I'm a spy or whatever. He's like, he gets like all up in her face and he's like, you're not a man unless you have a dong up underneath that skirt. Which just really aged poorly.
I could not get into it because of that.
Jason Statham. The only good movie he's ever been was the Meg.
Wrong.
Was the
Not
one?
the Meg.
Fast and the
It was
Furious.
Fast and Furious, all of them, except the newer one. The newer one was kind of.
I liked it. I
Jason
still
from
liked it.
Statham
It wasn't spectacular.
No,
I
I
mean,
will.
You're never gonna beat 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm still.
What they should do.
I still swear allegiance to Fast and Furious. Okay,
As do I.
I will still
One?
see all of them.
Me too. I'm very excited for number 11.
I liked Jason Momoa in the newest one,
No, what they need to do
Fast X.
because
I wasn't crazy about Jason Momoa, to be honest with you.
what they need. To
I
do
liked how he was having a
because
good time.
Vin Diesel's a sex pervert now. They need to replace him with
Melissa McCarthy.
No, they need to replace him with dementia Bruce Willis. He won't question why he's there.
He doesn't have dementia. He's aphasia.
What?
It means he can't like talk or understand words.
Like Jada Smith.
No.
That's not.
She
No,
has
that's alopecia. Alopecia is where you're bald. Aphasia is where you can't understand or speak. Word.
Okay, so put him in there.
Okay, so I don't care.
Just have him every scene of him where he's like turned around so you can't see his mouth.
Yeah,
And then AI Bruce Willis, his voice.
yeah. He'd be awesome.
I saw a really sad headline about Bruce Willis the other day.
He's still alive.
Speaking of, actually, I think he did give birth and sell the rights to his voice to be AI.
Did he?
Used? I
Do you
think
think
so.
that he was consciously able to make that decision?
I don't know. I don't think I could in good spirit say he was in sound, body, and mind.
I don't know.
Every
I
single
don't know
thing I
when
hear
he
about him
gave
is that
that.
he's like losing more and more of himself.
Yeah, I only see the headlines, but
He
I saw
says,
a headline-
"Yippee ki Mister
Mr. Falcon. Mr. Falcon.
Mister Falcon."
I saw a headline the other day. It was like Bruce Willis's daughter gives update on father. All the joy is gone. And I was like, oh.
God.
I was like, okay. I didn't really need to read that.
Oh, yippee-ki-yay.
You guys ever see Hudson Hawk
No.
starring
Nope.
Bruce Willis? It's a weird movie. It's a weird movie, man.
Funny how.
There's all these characters named after candy bars. It's a weird
Really?
movie, man.
That doesn't sound
Is that the
anything like
weirdest
him.
part?
Yippee Mister Falcon.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Reese's.
Mr. PKA, Mr. Goodbar.
Mister
Good bar.
Falcon.
S tier candy.